My name is Noah Kleinschmidt, and I did my paper on artificial intelligence, threat or tool. Artificial intelligence is becoming more involved in everyday lives of humans, workers, pretty much everyone, and it ranges from healthcare to transportation, and it may even be in your household. You never know. The main question that has come up during the evolution of AI is, does AI cause a threat to humans if its development goes further? There is evidence that supports that if developers keep the evolution of AI ethical, which like privacy, security, and transparency, and make it safe for humans and make that a top priority, AI should not be a threat to humans. Humans do have full control over AI applications and how the systems think or how they are made, but there should be a world where AI and humanity work together and evolve society as one. One of the reasons that AI is a tool is it makes life more enjoyable, less stressful, just overall easier in the workplace, at home, or just for personal use. AI can create art, including videos, pictures, music, all sorts of stuff like that, and that is pretty enjoyable. Applications in homes include vacuums, Alexa, and smart lights. So all of those things use AI to work, to see where a wall is while it's vacuuming. Alexa uses it for information wise. Smart lights use it to be able to communicate or listen to our demands. Personal use applications include ChatGPT, algorithm systems incorporated into apps like TikTok, Instagram, and X. So, ChatGPT is a website. You can pretty much ask almost anything, ask it to do anything, and it will do it. Now, the algorithms are pretty much based on what you like or what you watch consistently. AI uses that to show you your next content or whatever, so on and so on. Another reason why AI is a tool is it's making its way into healthcare and education, which plays a major role on pretty much everybody's life. Well, if it's not education, then healthcare is pretty consistently in everyone's life. So, healthcare, improved diagnosis and treatment, analyzes medical images, data, and patient history to identify health risks earlier with than human analysis. So basically, AI analyzes data right after it is collected, and then it can get an answer right away instead of humans having to collect the data, study the data, and then pretty much, um, yeah, pretty much wait until they're done studying and then they get an answer. Um, Efficient operations. AI can schedule appointments, generate medical records, and manage patient records. So all those are minor jobs for healthcare professionals, and this gives them more time to do more important stuff and not have to focus on the minor stuff. Um, Education, enhanced feedback and support. AI chatbots and virtual assistants can provide instant feedback and supports outside the classroom. So yeah, these are like Chat GPT is a chatbot. you can ask it to do whatever, ask any questions, and it'll give you feedback without having to be in the classroom. Improved accessibility tools like text to speech and speech text. So this is basically language translation. You can say it in your phone and then it will translate it into like Spanish. I actually use this at work a lot because we have a lot of Hispanic that we work with. So that is a very, very useful thing. Now, as far as the possible challenges and concerns, AI may provide bias and incorrect information based on what they are trained on. So, I mean, if you ask them a question in the wrong way, with a little too complicated of words, they can tend to not understand, which leads to them providing misinformation, essentially. But despite this concern, AI is being trained every day and getting better and more accurate. They are always working on AI to make it better and just make it understand human sentences / language easier. There shouldn't be full trust in AI, I wouldn't say just yet, because it's still in the beginning stages. But excuse me. Ethical problems including data privacy, algorithmic transparency, and possibility for AI to replace real human interaction. So basically, people could be dependent on just talking to AIs instead of talking to people, which would not be good. It would make our society a little less like social, I guess you could say. These are important concerns, but there are principles in place to try to keep these ethical issues to a minimum. Yes, they're always developing and they're very focused on the ethical issues. That's one of the major things. Developers need to take accountability of AI applications and focus on safety, privacy, and security of humans. Very important. Sorry, this is so long. I am trying to talk fast, but after working on this paper, I've learned a lot about AI. Some stuff that I would have never learned if it wasn't for this project. How it's developed, applied in society, and used in all kinds of ways. But before I even started researching, I was leaned on this side, but not a lot. But after doing this research, it definitely makes me think AI does not cause a threat to humans. So this project was very enjoyable. And it was a little stressful at the beginning, but it got less stressful at the end. So, yes. Thank you for listening.